All right. We are back. We are back in this touchy-feely series here of going over feelings. I promise you guys, this is huge. This could be changing for you to be able to identify these feelings in your trading and then have a trade plan that is designed to save you from these feelings. Okay. All right. So we've gone over quite a bit of this. I have a list in front of me. That's why I keep looking down. So one I want to go over is impatience. Okay. So this can be huge. This was a big part of me and my story because I ended up in a situation where I had to make money. Okay. Trading went from being bonus and gravy and a cherry on top to kind of being a part of my sustainability. All right. That put a whole different level of pressure, which caused a level of impatience as well because I wanted to get back to that freedom where it was all gravy. So I was starting to push and risk, more and started to be, like put expectations upon myself. Like I want my first, 5-figure month, like 40 grand, in 1 month. And, I started like saying things like that and trying to push for those kinds of things. And it was just like the impatience is the urge to see immediate results, leading to the rushed or impulsive trades. Okay, there you go. I mean, end of discussion there. I mean, how many times did we watch one video on YouTube and be like, I've got this now? The golden strategy is here. I am going to slam dunk this. And yeah, I'll be retired by Christmas. Okay, I've legit said that to myself. So that would be being impatient. This is a long term game here. All right. Most traders you talk to that are super successful, they've been in this sucker for, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 years, right? Usually talk to someone who's been in, 7, 8 plus years, they found success, right? And they may be 20 years in, but they've had success for 10 years, right? So impatience, regret, wishing you'd made a different decision, either not entering a trade or exiting too soon. Okay? It's okay to feel these feelings. It's not okay to let them run you. Okay? It's not okay to allow them to cloud your decision of logical thinking, right? So, me having a regret of getting out could either fuel me to go and do some, you know, back testing on that specific trade to go, okay, how could I have stayed in longer? Is there a logical plan that I can implement, like trailing my stop or something like that? Which to me there is. There's a couple of them. I got stuff on that. I got videos on that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is having so much regret that I re-enter the trade and now I'm taking this. I'm trying to get back into a trade that I already hit profit on. To me, that's a big no. No, not allowed. All right. Let's see. So embarrassment. Okay. This is another one for me. Feeling self-conscious about making decisions or poor decisions, especially when trading publicly or within a community. Okay. So one of the things that I'm doing right is I want to mentor people. I do mentor people. Okay. One of the things I don't want to do is put myself in a position where I'm being judged on how I trade like live. Okay, I don't really plan on doing any kind of like major live trading because if I could trade the way I do by myself in front of people, it would be fine. Okay, what I understand about myself is that the feeling, the stress, the embarrassment, even just those times I know I'm going to be wrong because of my strategy, I would be overwhelmed. Okay, the doubt would come in. Like all of these different feelings would just drown me to the point where I wouldn't perform like normal. Okay, and I know this. Just trust me, I know it. Okay, so I know that that's not like my strength. Okay, when I trade alone, and most of the time I do pretty good, and that's what I want people to be able to replicate, right? Is kind of being that one man show. Okay, so within a community as well, that's why I plan on sharing like, and I do share like a winner and then a loss, and then a winner and then a loss, because then I'm sharing it for educational purposes. I'm not trying to show off because that's another thing. Like I can become overconfident because I showed you guys like my trading combine that I closed 87% of my trades. There were 12 trades. or my funded account had 12 trades. I closed 87%, and I'm pulling a $4,500 payout. Okay, now all of a sudden I feel, like, yeah, and I'm just being real. Like, that's something I would deal with, right? I would feel overconfident. I would feel like pat on the back for me, and that's not what I want to do. I did notice long ago that I was in a community that shared their P&L for a trade, right? So I would have, like, 500-600% return or more, and I would post that, and I would get a bunch of, like, whoa, dude, like, that's crazy, and, like, you get all these thumbs up and excitement. People DM you like, bro, what's your strategy? What you do? You're amazing. And I'm not going to pretend I wasn't unaffected by that, right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, yeah, I'm just a good trader and I have no emotion from that reaction. No, it felt good. And sometimes it would throw me off, and I would kind of go on like a short losing streak because now all of a sudden I'm overconfident. It's like, look at all these people who believe in me and follow me. Yeah, like, seriously. So take this stuff kind of serious. I actually stopped posting P&L. Period. I had a guy. Well, actually, one of the worst times it happened is a guy. I was trying to help him, and he kind of pushed back a little bit because, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that say they're willing to help, and so we kind of went, back and forth. I was like, hey man, listen, I'm just trying to help, no worries. I kind of backed off, and he's like, let me see your P&L. And so I did. I opened my stuff, and I pulled like a 90-day P&L, and then I posted it, and I got so much attention, it was crazy. Okay, so this was like the opposite of embarrassment. And they were like people started DMing me and asking me questions, and like we were responding in the chat, like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, well, technically, I'm doing nothing different than you, except for, like, probably dealing with emotions and things like that. So I did talk, but I went on like a pretty good losing streak after that because I was carrying that overconfidence into more trades, and I felt so good. Like, man, maybe I am better than I think I am. Like, I was feeling kind of like, oh, I'm a good trader. I'm not like insane, but they treated me like I was like, on like level 10, you know, out of 10. And that affected me. And I went on a pretty good losing streak for a while. So I learned not to do that. I don't send P&L. When I make a video about a winner, it's almost same day, I will make a video about a loss. So a lot of times when I share, like, I just made a video. I was like, look at these 3 trades I did. They were all winners. And I said, now, per education, I am selecting these winners to teach. I did take losses in between, and I do teach on the losses as well. It's just in that example, I was only showing winners, and I was, try to be upfront in the video. So I'm just talking through my own feelings. I'm hoping this helps a lot. Um, Determination, I think, is a good one. You have to have this to trade. You have to be determined, right? You have to be willing to lose, and you have to be willing to just persevere, and whatever is in the way becomes the way. Okay? So determination, the resolve to improve trading skills, strategies, and recover from losses. That last, recover from losses. We don't just erase our losses and move forward. We don't just like, man, I took a big L, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore that. I won't share that in the Discord, but I'll share my W that I just got, so I'll feel better. Okay, I think that's a danger too. I did that very early on in my trading, where I would only share W's because I was trying to build confidence. The problem with that is it was a false confidence. Okay, that was like years and years and years ago, but I remember that pretty specifically. So let's keep going. I just want to double check and make sure. I think I got them all. I just made notes, and I'll share those with you guys. So, all right. So that's the end of this series, okay? But for real, I start adding this to your journaling, okay? I don't care if you win or your win rate, all right? Of course I do, but you understand what I'm saying. Compared to this, I don't care about your win rate. What I care about is why you took those 3 losses. Oh, because you had a big winner. So you wanted more wins. So you got aggressive, and you started going outside of your plan, and you took 3 losses. Okay. I'm telling you, stuff like being able to go through your journal like that, is going to change everything for you in such a positive way. It's going to make such a difference. Um, I hope this has been helpful. Please reach out. Please talk about these things. Please think about these things. You know, like if you know you struggle with FOMO and revenge trading specifically, put those on your journal. Did I revenge trade? Yes or no? Okay, simple as that. All right, that's actually what I ended up doing on my journal. Was what was it? Oh yeah, the did I have to be right? Okay, because I had to be right. I would start shorting the top too early, and I know this thing's gonna reverse, so I would short. I'm like, dude, I know I'm right, but I would take 3, 4 losses before I'd hit the one trade, and then most of the time, now I'm over leveraging that trade to try and make back what I lost, and I made very little money instead of actually just waiting for me to technically be right instead of forcing myself to be right. Okay, so that was one thing I dealt with. All right. So anyway, hope this has been super helpful. Please reach out in the Discord, add these things to your journal, and you just watch how your trading journey is going to change for the better. So, peace out.